Today we're tackling one of life's great mysteries. What's the difference between green chayote and black chayote? Okay, maybe not one of life's great mysteries, but it was enough to get me to buy both of them at the grocery store. I spotted these sitting next to each other and thought, hey, why not try out this one? They also had a spiky variety, which I was scared to try. Okay, well, I just took home the green and the black varieties to try. So I've had green chayote before, but black chayote, that's a new one for me. And for anyone who hasn't met a chayote before, this funny looking vegetable that's actually a fruit. It's a climbing vine in the squash family and goes by names like vegetable pear, mirliton, I think that's how you say it, and choko, depending on where you are in the world. I'm going to prepare these for a soup that I make for my family often, based off of the Filipino soup tinola, and I'm going to compare the two varieties. At first glance, they're very similar. They're about the same size and shape, but the black chayote has a darker green color, and the skin feels noticeably tougher than the regular green chayote. I've already washed both of them, and now I'm just preparing them to put in the soup. So first I peeled away the skin and then removed the seed cavity in the middle. Everything I'm trimming off today will just go straight into the compost. And once they're cleaned up, I'm going to cut them actually a little differently so I can tell them apart in the soup because I want to do a taste test and see if there's any differences. The green chayote that I've tried before, I'm just going to cut into cubes, and the black chayote I'm going to cut into slices or long strips. And that way, when they're cooked, I'll be able to tell exactly which one I'm tasting. And both are going into the same soup. And if you'd like to know the recipe I used, I'll have the video linked below. And here's a quick clip of the soup that I was making. Okay, so now I'm going to transition the video back to the cutting board so I can talk a little bit more about how everything tastes. So first, the green chayote, I think just in general, even if you've never tried one before, this is what I think it tastes like normally. It's mild, slightly sweet, and has a texture kind of between a squash and an apple when it's cooked. And then for the black chayote, it actually tastes pretty much the same. I wasn't expecting too much of a difference, but I was expecting something, but I don't really notice anything different taste-wise or as I was preparing it. Except for one thing very specific, the black chayote had slightly thicker skin, so it was a little bit more effort to prepare. But once cooked, they taste very similar. So now the conclusion is that they taste the same and both would do wonderfully in a stew or a soup recipe. This veggie, or rather fruit, is going to be on our weekly menu throughout the summer. I'm curious, have you ever tried a green or black chayote before? Let me know in the comments. I'd be curious to hear if you noticed any differences that I missed. And if you'd like to see how I made this soup, check out the recipe linked below. Also, I'm growing green chayote in my garden right now. It's not ready for harvest yet, but if you'd like to follow along with my garden and how the chayote grows, make sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.